I don't care. I'm gonna stay here now. I'm gonna stay here now. You know I like your smile. You love your precious style. I'm gonna stay here now. I'm gonna stay here now. Don't wanna see you go until you know my name. Until you know my name. Don't wanna see you go until you know my name. Until you know my name. I'm gonna take some time so I can make you mine. I'm gonna stay here now. I'm gonna stay here now. I'm gonna hold your hand, be with you where you stand. I'm gonna stay here now. We're gonna leave here now. Don't wanna see you go until you know my name. Until you know my name. Don't wanna see you go until you know my name. Until you know my name. And all I
Hello, everybody. We are back once again, and it's time to go racing. I was just getting the stream ready, so I left you guys with some music. I see you talking in the chat. Guys, I didn't actually, I wasn't, I couldn't hear what was playing at any point. Like, so I was just skipping to the next one as random moments, because I have like a playlist. But hopefully, um, hopefully the stream doesn't get the sound doesn't cut on the stream because sometimes when you play music, sounds cuts on the stream. So I'm testing it out today. If it doesn't cut out, then get used to that, people. That's what you're gonna be hearing most of the time. Because I guess it gets boring just sitting here and waiting for people to pop up. As Hazer says, yo, Willie, what's up, guys? Evening, 50 gent. Good race from you yesterday, tier two, gent. See how well he does in tier three today in his own tier. In a very tricky race. This is one of those races that most people don't even really know how to drive around here, but that even makes it harder as it's pouring down at Miami. Not surprised as they are close to the ocean, so but it's pouring down at Miami, and who is going to be the first to come out? Tell me if you guys have any like lagging issue. I see the stream isn't lagging for me though, so it's seems alright. Yeah, seems alright. So don't worry, guys. Next time I'll start the stream like 10 minutes early. Then you guys can like just give me your recommendations for music to play. I can play anything you want. Just write it in the just write it in the chat. Or play this or play that. One sec. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I see that's all right. Here's that. Thanks. Yes. But yeah, from next week, just tell me what you want me to play, then I'll play it. As long as it's not vulgar. As long as it's not too vulgar. But the first out now is Kez in the Williams. His teammates going for something different than Kez here. Inters for him. As Luke says, how are we this evening? I'm doing good, Luke. How are you doing? Hopefully a good day for Ferrari. Hopefully a good day for us at Kick too, because we've not had the best week so far. Visa we probably should be in the lead of the constructors at this point, but we'll see what happens today. This is where our drivers really shine in tier three. Strong in other tiers, but not as strong as we are in this tier. And this is where Visa will be. I won't say lack, but they are not as strong as they are in other tiers. So Wednesdays are always interesting for me. Haha, thanks, Caesar. Oh, you love my voice. Made for last. Honestly, it would be nice to see Ferrari. It would be nice to see Ferrari do well. It's really hard to break that curse of Ferrari. Like I can't remember the last time Ferrari were good in this league. Since before, like there were TPs. Before it was just when the teams were just rolled around and guys just had to come together. Ferrari was still not doing well, and they've been last for like the longest times since TPs came. I think last season was the only time that they did well. I can't remember the last time they did well. I can't remember, but they've never been up there. So getting the Ferrari as a TP, that's a cost. It's a Ferrari cost. So if you can break it, then you're the GOAT TP. Anyone that can break the Ferrari course is a GOAT TP. So right there, that right there is an ad for anyone who wants to become a TP. As Woody says, good evening, Mr. Fernandez. Good evening, Woody. For anyone who wants to become a TP, Ferrari will be a team that you can go for to try and break that course to see if you're the man to do so. Because Agri Badger can tell you that there's really something wrong with that car. But no one has set a time yet. I believe the Ferrari might be first. No, he's sort of an outlap now. It was the Williams. One of them is out of this session. I don't know if he's doing his engine pen today, but he's out of this session. Maybe a crash, maybe engine pen. As Angry Badger will start his lap. Behind him, we have Iron Shane on and out lap, and the visa will be of 50 gent. So yeah, the first driver to finish a time should have been the Williams, but it's going to be Wacky Racer in the LP, sliding a little bit there, sliding a little bit to the right there as he comes out the final corner. He's going to be the first to set a time. What can he set here? As he's pouring, some drivers on inter, some drivers on wets, which is quite interesting. Engine penalty, as Kes said, engine penalty, I see. Batman goes P1 with a 140.44.6, but Toberito takes that back, 143.5, and he does that to the medium. So the other drivers definitely know that the mediums is the faster tire as we speak. I mean, the wets were probably faster right at the start of the session, but as more drivers go around, the mediums will definitely be the faster tire. I mean, it has been like this even in races this season, which is quite interesting to see. Yeah, wets are useless. Yeah, wets are useless. After the first few laps, you're like, what's the point? Unless it's really pouring, unless it's like one of those torrential rainfalls that you can't seem to get a dry land. That's the only time wet to be good, but you never really get that type of rain. It's always this type that Intels can easily handle. But Taburito is 2P1. Wacky Racer 144.9, who's next to cross the line, is going to be the Ferrari of Slater. Goes P4, his teammates right behind him. They are both on the wet, so definitely be thinking about Inters. As Angry Badger will be next to cross the line. He goes provisional pole position 142.1. So it's clear that the Inters are the quicker tire. 1 second, almost a second and a half quicker than the man behind him. As Rotti goes to P2, Inters again 142.2. 110 behind Angry Badger. There you go. The Inters are better, and the track is starting to get that dry line to speed up, to drop down the times and speed up the cars. And the next across the line is going to be the Alpine. That is definitely no Wacky Racer. That's Iron Shin. Oh, it's actually not Iron Shin. Iron Shin is in the pit. So that's Wacky Racer. Iron Shin. Big shout out to Iron Shin. 3 race wins in the last 4. Can he continue his domination at the top of the championship? He is leading the championship as we speak. Can he continue that top form? Or is it going to be Cowley? Is it going to be Cowley? 141.6 on his quickest time now. The first driver into the 141s. 5 6 tenths quicker than Badger in P2. And he's going to be thinking about starting in front for sure. Last week, it looked like he was going to win at Silverstone, but that strategy picked by Iron Shane worked to perfection. He could grab the win at the end. A 3 second penalty for Cowley right at the end, not really helping his race, but still ending up on the podium. Actually, he ended up on no, he dropped off the podium because 50 Gent wasn't too far behind. 50 Gent, another driver who's been performing recently, 144.5. He's one of those drivers that he doesn't feel any pressure. Once he knows his team needs him, he absolutely gets in that car and drives as well as he can. And most races, if I'm scared to say all, but most races, he's gonna do well. Quite right, last time he didn't do well. Last time he didn't do well was when he got DNF'd in Hungary. He's been a strong driver since then. But he goes P4 now, 142.3. Not into the 141s yet. Cowley's the only driver in the 141s. Here to the Alpine of Wacky Racer. Still out there on the wet, so he definitely will be going in for Inters. It's not the tire to be on right now on the wets. As Shazam beginning his first lap of the session. The Williams of Toberito goes to the top. He was the one I wanted to go see. 141.2, 4 tenths quicker than Cowley. The times are tumbling now, and anybody can take pole position here as there's 9 minutes to go in the session. At this point, they should just put like enough fuel for like 5 laps and just absolutely throw it. Go lap by lap, just throw that car into the corners and see how fast you can go. 'Cause that's the best way to qualify in wet conditions. There's no real point of actually going in after you've just done 1 lap. It's best to do multiple laps on tire, because even when the tires get warmer, they get faster. I know that's a little bit of a surprise. When the tires get warmer, they get faster. So, want to hear a joke? You can drop a joke for us, Hazel. Drop a joke for us in the chat and see what people say. Hazel, one of his corny jokes. So just get ready for them again. No, as the Aston Martin ranking badger wants that pole position. Now 139.9. Past 140s, get to the 139. Rotty is now into the 140s. Like I said, the times are absolutely tumbling now. They'll just get faster and faster. So honestly, it's the last to set a time. With the last quick driver to set a time is going to be the one that will be on top. Port Wash goes up to P4, 141 too. That's why I say just be out there on your inters and just keep pushing it, keep improving your time, so that when you have like the last few minutes of session, you can go on a fast lap with less fuel. But the first few laps in a wet qualifying should just be multiple laps on the inters, 5, 6, 7 laps if you can before you come in for fresh ones. Because you're just gonna keep improving when the dry line shows up. You're just gonna keep improving. That's the thing about the wets. It's not like the dry. It's like once you're done 1, 2 laps on the softs, it's done. You can't really go out faster than you were. But they will try. Some of them will try. Some of them will not. Some of them will keep changing their tires. Is there going to be rain in the race? That is also an interesting one that we'll think about. Parks down in P10, his teammate in P11, not where the Visa LBs will want to be right now. Racing with 50 Gent, the only Visa, I'm sorry, not where the kicks want to be right now, but racing with 50 Gent, the only Visa will be on track. They can take advantage of that, but 50 Gent will definitely not make it easy for them. So why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have guts. Ha! Ah, okay, that's a good one. That's the joke of the day. Ding, ding, ding. Joke of the day from Hazer. If he does that for us every time we do tier 3, that would be lovely. Another feature in Wednesday racing in UFRL, joke of the day. Angry Badger still at the top of the 139.9. No other driver out of the 140s. He's the only one in the 130s. So he's in the 139.9 now. He wants that pole position. The Aston Martin driver, we do expect him sometimes to be on the podium, win races here in tier 3, but that consistency is what Angry Badger does fight. And if he can't just string it in all together in one race, he definitely will do really well. If he does win in a race, I save wet tires. Cares there's no need to use wet tires. If you rain in a race and it's not too heavy, where if you check the rain conditions on your strategy stuff and it's not heavy rain from the start to finish, it's just normal rain. And heavy rain I believe is like 2 rows or 3 rows of rain in one cloud. So if it's not that, no need for wets. If it's just normal rain, just enters every day. Wets are so bad on this game. I'm just giving advice, but anybody else that's listening can hear that. If you remember at Spain, that's why Cowley won that race. Actually, yes, because he started on the Inters. Him and some other driver started on the Inters. The race where Mr. Randy Dan went all the way to the end on Inters. Absolute legend. 36 laps on the Inters. Many boys come out. Oh, I say. Slater has now gone to the top, has beat Angry Badger. Slater 139 too. The rain definitely has dried up now. Cowley 137.6. Whoa, the discrepancies in times, the difference in times is crazy out here. Just shows you how quick the track is getting. Woohoo, as Cowley is sliding left and right. Absolutely love it as curb crawling there. I'm just going to message. Technically, you should do, this is deadline. So all right. Slate. Haas drivers 1 and 2 right now. Haas drivers 1 and 2 right now. I know the Haas team will be absolutely loving that. They're one of the teams that can fight for the top 4 in the championship this season. They can just get their stuff right. Unlucky for them, Black Panther can't do every race. If he could, that would be really good. That's exactly what they'll need. As Parks still struggling a bit here. One of the championship contenders will need a better time if he wants to compete with the ones in front. He's on 140.1, 3 seconds off the man in front, Cowley, on a 137.6. So is there interval to leader, gap to leader? Oh yeah, there we go. That's way better. Cowley 137.6, 1.4 seconds off Adam, his teammate, 1.6 off Slater. I see. So it's 2.4 off Pax and 3 seconds off Rotty. 3 minutes to go in qualifying here. Most of them, that if they're not going in now, if they're still out there, that'll probably be the end of their quali, unless they're just going to go for a push lap. But the ones in the pits will be coming out soon for a final go at it. The track is way more dry now, so let's stick to the drivers heading to the line. First, it's going to be 50 Gents, 1.7 seconds up on his time. When he does cross the line, it's going to be P2 for 50 Gents. Very good time for him there. Can he go around one more time? Can he see if he wants ERS to go around one more time to even improve even more? Iron Shin, not the one crossing line, is Wacky Racer, goes up to P2. PRV Widget P2, 4 tenths behind Cowley. Nobody still can beat Cowley's time. His teammate is going to have a try. When he does cross the line, he's about to begin. Down to the kick salvers of Pax. He has invalidated his time, so he's going to start a push lap now. This will be his final goal in qualifying. He has to improve. He has no other choice, as that will be his last chance. In quali, Rotty is also going now. This track is as dry as bones now. Someone else is on soft tires for Tobago, soft tires for WBA. Interesting call from me. I don't think softs are ready just yet, as Iron Shake goes to the top, 137.0, and the Alpine is back. Starting at the top, that is exactly where he wants to be to continue his championship fight. The championship leader. Batman is the man who got the race win last week after penalties. Goes up to P3. 9 tenths of the man in P1. Iron Shin still has this. Pot wash in P14. Will be improving up to P3 he goes. And they are changing places drastically as the track dries up even more. Aston Martin, Angry Badger, about to start his final lap. There's still 1 minute, 1.5, 1 minute 50 to go in this one. And maybe the drivers on the soft tires might have picked something right. Let's see. It's not pouring anymore. I mean, it's pouring a little bit, but it's dry. So the soft tire runners like Cowley, how is this going to work out for them? First is going to be, let's see who's going to be first running on the soft tires. Going to the line is going to be Adam the Sweet. Goes up to P2 in front of his teammate Cowley, 2 tenths behind Iron Shin. Nobody still can beat that Alpine today, as Pax needs an improvement. Gets the improvement. Where will he go up to? It's going to be P3 for Pax, and that's the end of his qualifying. Rotti from nowhere takes pole position. A minute to go in qualifying. Can the Red Bull hold his first pole position of the season? The Red Bull team definitely will be loving that, as the Alpine of, I believe that's the Alpine of Wacky Racer or Iron Shin, starting his final lap. 42 seconds to go in the session. The Williams is behind him. Tobarito on those soft tires. The soft tires definitely are the tires to be on, as Tobarito goes faster. I mean, he's just starting lap now. He did show that he went faster there, but that's impossible. So the drivers on the soft tires might just be in the correct strategy. Now we will see. What would WBA or Tobarito do? They're on the soft tires. They might grab this pole position out of nowhere. It's Williams versus Ferrari. And can they get it right? The grip will be a little bit tricky because the track is quite cool. But Rossi at the top currently holds your pole position. Going to the line now is the Mercedes of Mr. Piggy. And what time will he get? It's not going to be enough. 15th for Mr. Piggy. The Aston Martin goes P1 on the Inters. Angry Badger wants that pole. He's going to get that pole for now if the other drivers do not improve. Adam the Sweet has invalidated his time. Behind him is Rotti in the Red Bull, and he's done with qualifying for sure, or not currently on the lap. Pax is also done with qualifying. And which drivers now can take that? WBA has invalidated, and Tobarito is going to be the one with the final chance. He's 5 seconds up on his time, and would the Williams grab the pole position? Purple second sector as JT in the chat says he ran out of fuel, but can Toberito get his first pole position in UFRL in his first season? Comes out the final corner. The soft tires are absolutely working out, slides a little bit there, using all his ERS, and when he does cross the line, it is pole position. 135 no for Toberito. Batman will go up to P2 with a 6 tenths behind Toberito. 135.0 is your pole time. And it looked like the soft tires were the tires to be on. And Port Wash will take the P2 from Batman. The quality is not over yet. Ferrari is going to cross the line. Slater goes up to P4. His teammate WBA is also on the soft tires, but he did invalidate. So he's going to have to start down in P14. didn't know that I was gonna get way more dry. I don't know. Yeah, I did see that he put on the soft, so I expected him to come out. Maybe he thought he wasn't gonna get around quick enough, but it looked like he was going to. Well, I remember he went in there when there was like 3 minutes something to go, so that should be enough time to get around. But anyways, race should start any moment now. I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss it. Let me keep. Have my piece, my laptop right beside me, so I know if when my headphones cut out. Hopefully they do not. They do not cut out today. He had 2.0, 2.0. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you've been watching, Bevan. Watching now, I say. Say, Genty, how do you for Paul? Terrible prediction there. It seems like it was a failure. You couldn't have your teammate, bro. You couldn't trust your teammate, bro. You're trusted the ops. You're trusted the ops. Man, your teammate went and got the pole, bro. All right, should we go now? It's 35. They said 34. It's 35 now. Are people scared to go? You know when this rule first came out, people were complaining about it. People were missing it. Now people are starting early stuff. Now people are even scared to go. That just goes to show you that when you stick to your rules, people start to respect it. Ready up, guys. We can go now. So, you got so what's ops? Oh yeah, you're an old guy. Yeah, ops is like opponents, enemies. I love that question. It's opponents. But here we go. One light, two light, three lights, four lights, five lights. Miami, round six. Was it round seven? His foot to the floor and go, go, go. Tomarito might lose his pole position here because it's a great start from the McLaren who will take it down the inside. They'll go wheel to wheel, but the pole sitter can't hold it around the outside. Rotti goes for a spin after making contact with someone out there as Cowley gets past his teammates. And what tires are they going for here? Mix of strategies, most down the mediums, but a few drivers going for hard tires. And this is an interesting start to race. Side by side, Shazam and Kez are going to go. Kez will keep in front of the Red Bull. And that's a good start from Tier 3. They're quite clean, unlike in Tier 1 in Spain, which were was quite chaotic. But side by side, the Visa RB and the Ferrari are going to go here. And can 50 Gen keep ahead of the Ferrari? Almost making contact. Oh, what is he doing? What the hell did the Ferrari just do there? He almost DNF 50 Gen. That was crazy. I don't know if 50 Gen turned it on him, but it looked more like the Ferrari was turning right. Oh my days. Safety car. Early safety car. But no one definitely will be going in except for the drivers who got damaged. And WBA, oh my days, man. His whole wing is gone. He definitely can't drive with that. It has been an absolute murder. I say I'm 37, but I'm just white as hell, dude. Yeah. Bro, what just happened there with the Ferrari? God damn, I hope race control saw that and got that, because that was crazy. Who will be going into the pits now? Everybody's staying out. Smart choice, smart choice. Ooh, ooh. Did I just see somebody picking the pits? Nope, nope, no. Everyone's staying out, except for obviously the drivers who got damaged, like 50 Gent and WBA. 50 Gent, very unlucky at the start here. We'll see if he can recover his race and get back into the top 10, maybe the top 5. But it's a safety car for now. That's the burrito in front. Let me put the volume on my TV a little bit. I want to at least hear something. There we go. Very interesting start. If to remind guys, that was that was just crazy from the Ferrari. But yeah, clean start. Pot wash in P2 had a good start. Went side by side with the Williams going into turn one, but Toborito could keep his lead. Then Rotti made contact with somebody going into turn one, spun. That caused a lot of position changes with Cowley getting past his teammates, which will be very crucial for his race. Doesn't want to be stuck behind his teammates for the first part of the race. So safety car is out now. So 50 Jet and WBA will be joining back into the pack. 50 Jet on his hard tires now. He has to go into the pits one more time. Both have to go into the pits again. So even with that early pit stop, it's just too early to go to the end on these tires, especially in a track like Miami. That when those tires start to fall off, the traction is poor. Corners like this, where you need traction to sort of go around the corner slowly like that, you just be your back end tires will just be fucking sliding, man, and you won't be enjoying yourself. You will not be enjoying yourself whatsoever. So the tire wear is quite significant in Miami, but you can't go for the one stop. It is very close. I did the one stop last season in tier two before I was kicked out by I was kicked out and my AI made me pit. It was 3 laps to go and my I was really high on the tire wear, but I was going to get to the end for sure, no doubt about it. I was just on the 50, so you can't do the one stop here. You just have to extend the first stint as much as you can. But it's in the medium tires definitely can extend the first stint as there's a safety car now. So definitely they all be thinking about that to extend that first medium stint and use the hards as well as possible when they do go on them. The drivers that are on the hards, the likes of Cowley and Adam, definitely be thinking about their race here. Cowley was beat by the hard to medium strategy last week. He is going to try it this time around. And we'll see if that's going to work. Iron Shin, last week race winner, last 4 weeks, three times race winner, and our championship leader, down in P10. Not really a good start of the race for him. But to quali, not the best, but can he claw his way back to the front? The safety car definitely will be in on this lap. No doubt about that. Astor Burrito is keeping the pace. The Williams man with a magnificent pole, his first of UFRL, and he'll be looking for his first win too. But the drivers behind him are definitely not going to make it easy. This is surely going to be a very interesting race. Very interesting race. Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Make sure you watch your delta. No overtaking before the start finish line. We know how it goes. We know how it goes. That's shocking on the practice. Your common pot wash. It's meant to rain. It's very long. But yeah, Toboito coming out of the final corner. When will he go? He goes now. He catches pot wash and the rest of them. Not pot wash, but he catches the rest of them lacking. As Batman is already going to be 1.2 seconds behind them. And Toboito and pot wash can use this opportunity to run away here. Will Batman be able to get behind them before the DRS is enabled? He will need to do so, or they can start pulling away with that DRS. But we're heading to the back now. Wacky Racer closest to his opponent here. Will he get past Adam the Sweet? Which will be quite difficult. These medium tires now are going to have to use their tires against those hards as much as possible. Shazam was looking for the inside, but definitely in a place that you can't make it. But he's going to try around the outside now. Can he get the grip? Oh, it's going to go off track a bit there. Taking it around, trying to take it around Kez. But Kez is going to keep him behind. He will have the momentum though, coming out of the straight, the wider line. Behind him, his teammate Rotti making a move on 50 Gent, or actually making a move on the Ferrari of, also actually the VRB of 50 Gent. Yeah, I'm right. Making a move 50 Gent around the outside. Can he complete it on the sister team? Will they make contact? No, they will not, as Rotti will take the place from his sister team, Visa there. 50 Gent dropping down to P14. But Toborito now ahead of Pot Wash. Batman has caught up after getting lucky behind in the safety after the safety car came in. But now he's in that DRS once again, and they will be fighting for this top 5. Parks will try and join them as he's under pressure from Badger behind. They've pulled away from Cowley, but he's on those hard tires, and they will start to show. Few laps from now, they will start to come into play, and Cowley will be reeling in this mid this medium tire runners as Wacky Racer gets past Adam the Sweet round the outside. Adam is going to try and stick it on the inside and make a little bit of contact. Iron Shin is going to join this fight, and he's Alpine versus Haas down from P7 to P10. Can Iron Shin get past Adam the Sweet there? No, he will not, but his teammate did complete the move on the Haas driver, and he can now chase up to Carly, who's 3 seconds ahead, as Adam the Street continues to lose time, with Iron Shin putting pressure on him as we head to the front. Portwash now has their DRS on Toberito. It doesn't look like he wants to make that overtake because he knows the back straight is still coming, but he picks the inside after dummying on the outside. He almost makes it 3 wide the kick Sauber, but they're side by side now. Toberito is going to keep his place. Round the outside, the kick Sauber will join down the inside here, and he will overtake Portwash, making a little bit of contact. But Batman completes that move. Brilliant racing between those drivers, and Parks can now put pressure on the Ferrari. Toretto still leads the way, but Batman is going to use the DRS, and when as his wheels turn round, he's definitely going to be gaining on him. Someone has spun at the back. It's Wacky Racer. Batman picks the outside, and he will complete the move before they get to the corner. A little bit squarely there to Burrito. Adam Angry Badger gets him past Parks. Cowley look for it down the inside. He will go for it down the inside as Parks and him are going wheel to wheel, but he has to hold up behind now as we head back to the front. Will Burrito use that DRS to get past the kick Sauber? No, he will not. He's going to hold it back, but Cowley wants the outside of the kick Sauber. He's not going to make it easy for him. Parks versus Cowley. This is a very tough one as Cowley is still sticking it there, but Parks has the tires, has the grip to hold back the Haas for now. But when those tires start to show up where which they are now, he will pick the inside and he will get past the kick Sauber. Beautiful driving from Cowley there. But Parks wants the outside move. They're still racing wheel to wheel here. Parks is not giving this up. And here we go down the straight. They're going to have DRS, both of them. And who is going to get ahead of the other when they get down this straight, as Cowley has finally cleared Parks. And that was beautiful racing between those two. Toborito with a 3-second penalty already, as Batman in the lead of this race to try and pull away. Adam the Swiss losing 2 places to Iron Shin and Mr. Piggy, as round the outside Iron Shin goes, Iron Shin has dropped down to P10. Oh, somebody went into the wall. Angry Badger, 3-second penalty, went into the wall, so that's damage on his wing. I saw that, and that's yellow flag. Yellow flag, safety car again. Safety car again. Pit. Box now. Box now. Box now. If you're going to pit, it's the right time. All those drives on the mediums, this is the time to pit for the hards. Keep pushing to the end, but if you see that they can't get to the end, you can now quickly jump on mediums. So definitely box now. Batman is going to the pit. So Berto is slowing down the pack for some odd reason. That will help Pax because he wouldn't double stack, but he is going to stay out. Pax decides to stay out. Interesting call for him. His teammates will go in though. Pax will stay out. Toberito go with him there. Most of them are going with him. Adam the Sweet staying out. Interesting. Rotti staying out. Let's see who else is going to stay out in this one. Kez and who's staying out? Kez is staying out. Wacky Racer goes into the pit. So most of them wait into the pit. But some of them still stays out. Pax decides that he's still going to stay out on the medium tires. Interesting call for me. He wasn't going to double stack on his teammates. His teammate is now just in P5. Few places right behind him. So I'm not too sure that was the right choice. But he was close to Cowley, who is now down in P12. So maybe, just maybe, it's the right choice. Because when he does come in for the hard tires in a few laps, then he can just go to the end, which most of the drivers might not be able to do. So why do you say why the fuck are the hards pitching? I don't know. I don't know why they're pitting. But most of them stayed out. Iron Shane, Adam, who else? 50 Gents, Kez. Most of them did stay out. Maybe some did go in. But honestly, if I was on harder allocation, I would have gone into the pits too, just to get fresher tires. Honestly, let's get those fresher tires because worn out tires are so bad on this game. You're gonna see how the top 4 who haven't gone into the pits are just gonna start losing places to Batman at the start. It's gonna be drastic. Either are gonna be losing places, they're gonna be fighting a lot. But you know what I mean. So yeah, when it's like lap 6, it is good to pit if you have the harder allocation. Just go in there, get your mandatory pit stop done. Then you know that you have one more. which can be done at any time. Um, Safety car should come in end of this lap that's about to start because the wacky racer in the Alpine will be joining the pack now. Anybody going in? Nope, they're all staying out. Nobody will be going in, so the safety car should be coming in. Let's see, they're all staying out. Yep. Yeah, but six laps on the hards. Yeah, 6 laps on the hards. But a few more laps under the safety car. They've done most laps under the safety car in this race. So those hards are not even really 7 laps old. Yeah, like I'll say they're like 4 laps old, 4 real racing laps. Because they've done like 3 racing laps and they've driven around behind the safety car for most of it. I feel like there will be another safety car. These guys seem to like they can't keep it out of the wall. I believe the safety car came out there because Angry Badger puts it in the wall. I mean, he didn't even DNF. He just lost a bit of his wing. I don't understand why he came out. Very interesting choice from the safety car, but the Aston Martin was absolutely safe there as he can now go into the pits, change his wing, and get back into the race. Who else got damage? His wing is changed. Somebody else has damage, so they're all clean to continue racing now to resume racing. Well, Slater, Parks, Iron Shin, and Adam the Sweet deciding to stay out. Rotty deciding to stay out. But this is interesting. The only driver who decided to go in is Batman in the top 8. So he has the advantage now. If he can clear these drivers in front of him as soon as possible and start to pull away from the other drivers who had to go, who also went into the pits with him, but are stuck behind others like Toberito and Potwash, Cowley, Piggy. So Batman can take real advantage of this. We'll see if he does. His teammate is ahead of him. We'll see if they do work together. But Slater will be the one to resume the race here, trying to warm up their tires. I believe the drivers who are on old tires are warm enough. That's Wacky Racer behind has joined the pack. And when will he be going? Last time they were cut off by Toberito, but this time around they do a better job to stay close. Parks is going to be very close to Slater here. Will he make the move on the Ferrari who decides to pick the inside line? Oh, diving down the inside. Oh my God! Missed him just by inches. Parks with the vision to see that Alpine absolutely diving down the inside. He's now wheel to wheel with the Red Bull, and Iron Shin with a chance to go up to P2 absolutely fluffs it and heads deep, but he's back on track now. P6 he's in, and what a crazy restart right there as Slater and Parks now on those old mediums that's going to start falling off hard. Adam Street has the advantage in both of them in front, but Parks has the advantage in this race. Potwash has cleared Cowley, but Cowley is going to fight this one back easy as he's gaining on him. Behind them though, they have the Mercedes and the Williams who are going wheel to wheel. The Williams is going to go deep there, Kez, and lose places. Going deep there, now makes contact with the Alpine, goes into the wall. And that's going to be damage for Kez. Hopefully no safety car again. That does be worse reasons to bring out safety cars. But they're pulling away from Adam the Sweet here, which is quite interesting on those old mediums. But mediums, they spent most of the time behind the safety car. But Batman will be thinking about clearing the Haas as soon as possible. And who is very close now? Cowley 2 tenths behind Potwash. Will he go for it down the inside? He is looking for it. He sticks to the inside. Will that put Potwash off a little bit? No, not. Potwash will keep him behind. DRS has been enabled as the Haas wants to go around the outside of the alien kick Sauber, but he can't complete that move. He has damage on his wing, and Batman will use the opportunity to clear the Haas there, and the kick Sauber's working in tandem there to get rid of Adam the Sweet, who is now under pressure from Rotty. 50 Gents stayed out on those old tires. He did one of the ones that came in very early in this race. So Burrito is going to be stuck behind all these drivers though. He has the grip on his tires after coming into the pit, so he'll want to clear them as soon as possible. Heading up to 50 Gents, 2 tenths behind as Batman will clear his teammates. No fight from Parks there. Beautiful work from the Kick Sauber team as 50 Gent now wants to clear that Red Bull. The sister team is looking faster than the main team as the Red Bull will try and hold it around the outside, but 50 Gent will complete that move. Beautiful driving from him as always, as the Alpine now elbows out wants his place and takes his place. Up to P. 3 second penalty for Parks now. He's ahead of Adam the Sweet, falling down from his teammates. But Batman now is going to be gaining on Slater. And after getting a win last week, Batman was looking for 2 wins in a row as Adam the Sweet clears Parks. Batman didn't get the win on the line, but he did get it after a penalty for Iron Shin. But can he make it 2 in a row, Batman? As there's contact at the back, Paul Wash almost going into the wall there as he was going side by side with the Mercedes of Mr. Piggy, who clears him on those fresher hard tires. As Carly now in P9 behind Toberito, almost going into the back of the Williams. That's going to make him go deep. WA can't put pressure on the Haas, but he's going to have to hold it back. He's not close enough to the Haas to make the move. 50 Gent right behind Parks now, who decided not to go into the pits. Ooh, 50 Gent, not the best line there, as he's going to get a 3 second penalty for quite a fashionable line. As Parks now struggling even more. He's going to have that DRS, but as you can see, this traction on those tires are not working whatsoever. He can't go into the pits now for hard tires and go all the way to the end. That would definitely be a strategy call to think about, as Iron Shane will get past 50 Gent here. He's now going to be putting pressure on Parks in front on hard tires. Old hard tires is on, but Parks is on old medium tires. So his tires are falling off more than the driver behind him. Adam the Sweet now will have the DRS on Slater in front, but Batman is enjoying this one as he can continue to pull away from the rest of them behind. Will he go to the end on these hard tires is the question. Can he go to the end on those hard tires? That'd be an interesting choice from Batman. It would be a sketchy one, but he might just be able to do it at 50 Gent now. As Potwash will get past Parks. Parks has dropped down to P12. Absolutely struggling here on those old mediums. And it might be time to go into the pits for hard tires. But no, he decides to stay out, losing even more places. Rotty goes into the pits. This will definitely be his final pit stop for hard tire compounds. And the Red Bull will come out in P15. Batman now can continue to pull away as they're all stuck behind these drivers who haven't come in yet. Toberito will have to clear them as soon as possible. Potwash right behind WBA can't get that move done. Red Cowley going off there, Cowley, as he was right behind the Mercedes trying to make the move on him. But Potwash on the inside takes it from WBA. Beautiful racing from him. WBA will definitely fight that one back, but let's head to the front. There's no other moves that can be made. Nobody's that close yet except from the Ferrari of WBA. Shazam is close to Angry Badger, who's close to Parks, who gets around Parks on the outside. Parks is going to defend on the inside, but he's going deep. But Angry Badger can hit him with the switchback here with the better tires. As Parks almost loses it there, or did lose it, and maybe just got a bump from the Aston Martin behind. And this definitely will be time to go into the pits, like I said. When you're out there on those old tires, even if they're just a few laps older, you're going to be losing so much time. And Parks is sticking out here, and it's not working out for him whatsoever. The hard tires has to be his option ASAP. At 5 seconds away now, Batman is pushing further and further away from the pack. And he also might be thinking about one more pit stop in this one, because we still have 23 laps to go, 26 laps to go. Not, what am I saying? I don't know math. Come on, guys. 16 laps to go. So, can Batman do 20 laps? 22 laps on the hards? I don't know. Adam Street is out here on 12. His tires are falling off, but he's out here on 12. 22 laps on the mediums on the hards would be a stretch. But Batman will definitely go for it as he has the advantage now. Parks still staying out. This is a very interesting choice from Parks to still stay out. Something is happening in front. Iron Shin has spun and is going to be losing a lot of places. Not the best race day for Iron Shin. After winning last week, it's all falling apart this week. As Wacky as they are changing places in front, there's a lot of squabbling going on in front. 50 Gent is in this fight. The Ferrari is in this fight. Piggy is in this fight. Toberito leads this one. He has finally cleared those older tires, and he'll be thinking about Batman in front. He's pulling off even more, but you have to clear Adam the Sweet first, and there's going to be more fights as they head down the straight here. Who has the momentum is Cowley, who picks the inside on the Ferrari there, and he will clear Slater, or will he? As they head down the straight, they both have that DRS. Cowley's going to do everything he can to do so. He picks the inside. Slater will give him that space. Wheel to wheel, they'll come out of the corner, and Cowley clears that Ferrari up to P6. He goes. The Ferrari now will go into the pits, and that should be a message for Parks to go into the pits. A bunch of them are going to the pits now. If he still stays out, that will be trying interesting as he finally decides it is time for a pit stop. Probably the latest pit stop I've ever seen. Could have gone for hard after a few more laps. After a few laps after the safety car, maybe like 4 laps, just go for hard and go to the end because his teammates was on older hards and might be able to go to the end. But we'll see how that works out for him. He's now on hard tires and he will have to push to the end from there for sure. That's Cowley now, 6 tenths behind 50 Gents, who's on those old hards. Still hasn't come in after his first pit stop. Right at the start when he did go into the wall. The 50 Gent now will be ahead of Cowley. Cowley can't get that move on him. WBA is now side by side with the Aston Martin of Angry Badger. Angry Badger is holding around the outside, the inside line to the inside line, and will keep his place. Ferrari can't complete that move. WBA will look for another opportunity to get past that green car as Potwash behind Cowley, who has that DRS on 50 Gent. 50 Gent has the DRS on Toberito. So the DRS train now, it's going to be quite hard to break for some of these drivers as Potwash is gaining on Cowley. He picking the inside to get away from that dirty air, get away from that, from overheating his engine. But going deep there is 50 Gent. He's almost making contact with Cowley, and Cowley will clear the Visa RB of 50 up to P4 he goes. Batman will continue to run away in this one, but Toborito can't still catch up. Oh, that's Piggy in front. I thought it was Adam the Sweet. As Bobby has finally come into the pits for his final pit stop of this race. Pot was 2 tenths behind 50 Gent, and with about 14 laps to go in this one, what is going to be the strategy calls for all these drivers? As 50 Gent will definitely have to come into the pit one more time. I'll see how that works out for him. Toborito wants to gain on Piggy in front. Piggy has showing strong pace here, but no one is showing as much pace as this man. Batman, absolute resurgence from him the last two Grand Prix, and is showing the pace that we expected from him right at the start of the season. And he's showing it right here. Round 6. I keep saying round 6. Let me find out what round this is. Yeah, round 7. Round 7. Round 7. No mind me. Yeah, the Martin. Yeah, I know. I said 20 something laps. How did I say it's 20 something laps when it's only 29 laps in left in the whole race? I said there's 26 laps left after 13 laps. The math isn't mathing at all, man. I need to head back to school. As Cowley, oh my God, what is going on here? Cowley and Toberito. Something happened between those two. Paul Walsh will take advantage of that, and up to beat the podium position goes Paul Walsh. Cowley and Toberito making contact. Something definitely happened between these two. Look at Cowley might have been going for a move, but there's a bit of animosity between these two now, very much for sure. Cowley will want to get past him as soon as possible now, but that is even making it easier for Batman in front, as he can just continue to pull away in this one. As there's 13 laps to go, can he extend those hards to the end is the question. 50 Gent out on those fresh hard tires. Park's not even close to him to mount a challenge on 50 Gent. A good pit stop for him. And there were lots of drivers in front on one tires. Will they come in this one? Likes of Shazam. Wacky Racer will definitely come in. Cowley, the hard tires, I don't know their strategy. Can they go to the end? We will watch and see. Depends on what Batman actually does in front. Whatever Batman does in front, I feel like the rest will follow. So if he does pits, they might also pit, or they might stay out to see if they can beat him to the line. But that'll be quite difficult when he's on fresh mediums or fresh hards. Even if he's on fresh hards, it'll be quite difficult to do so. But 50 Gent now right behind WBA. He's on fresh tires. It's 1 lap fresher than WBA's. But WBA's tires will be warmer than his because he just came into the pits. The Red Bulls switching. Rotty going on to P7. He has the better tires on his car. So he can mount his charge to the end of this race. That would be the end of his pit stops for sure. As they've gone 10 laps on those hard tires, those drivers. As 50 Gents will now clear WBA. Up to P11 he goes. And 50 Gents having a good race here. Let's see if he can complete the top 4 finish for the Visa RB. Kicks out of Parks, trying to catch up to them, but he has damage on his wing. Damage on the right end plate there for Parks. And that's why he's showing lack of pace here in this race. It's a bit of a surprise. You expect him to be in front, but it looks like whatever happened to him earlier in this race gave him damage on his car. As Cowley now, 3 second penalty for Adam this race. Cowley 6 tenths behind Toberito, still can't clear the Williams, who's behind Potwatch. Potwatch driving exceptionally here. And is he catching up to Piggy in front? Doesn't look like. 4 seconds he is out, so I'll watch to see. Piggy slightly catching up to Batman, but he's still staying in that 10-second buffer. Batman doing a good job to keep Piggy away. And well, Watch now with a 3 second penalty, so the threes are starting to mount up. The threes are definitely starting to mount up. Penalties will definitely matter at some point in this race. As WBA now right behind 50 Gent, who is close enough to make a move. Cowley 5 tenths behind Toberito, can't get it done. He needs to get his car closer to that Williams if he wants to make that move. Trying to brake a little bit later than the Williams there. Will he get the traction out of this corner? Not enough to be close enough to the Williams in front. Still 5 tenths behind him at the head to turn 1, but the Williams has that DRS, the 10-kilometer advantage, to make sure that Cowley doesn't get too close. As Cowley almost going to the back of him there, as the Haas, let's watch from this POV, puts him a lot of pressure on him. There's yellow flags at the back. I don't know who that's for. Oh, it's for Aston Martin. Angry Badger has gone deep. He's trying to put it out of there. Let's just leave. Let's not watch him do that. As 3 second penalty for Toberito. He's gotten another 3 seconds now, trying to catch up to Potwash in front, but Potwash pulling away even more. Pole sitter doesn't look like he'll be able to convert his pole to a win here, as it's been quite difficult to convert pole to a win the last 3 races in Tier 3. No one has still yet to do so. Cowley was the pole sitter in last race, couldn't convert it. Toberito doesn't look like he will convert it. And the race before that, I don't believe the pole sitter actually won the race, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you will see. Yeah, pole sitter didn't win the race because Parks was the pole sitter there, so he didn't win the race. It was Cowley who won in Spain. So maybe the pole is not the place to start here in Tier 3. 6 tenths behind Cowley, behind Toberito now, who will not have that DRS. So this will be the moment that Cowley has been waiting for. He's using a lot of the ERS on his car to get close to Toberito on this one. But let's watch. Oh my days, Cowley goes deep again. God, that's the issue there. He keeps braking too late, trying to make this move on Toberito, who now goes into the pit. Toberito believes that his time on those tires are done, and Cowley couldn't clear him before he decided to go in for his pit stops. 10 laps to go in this one, and definitely they will be coming into the pits. There's just too many laps to keep going, as the others who just came in for the hards will definitely go to the end, but these ones that have been out have to go into the pits unless they are the tire whisperers and they can hold their tires to the end. But I don't see it happening. Let's see how bad are those tires looking. Let's wait till it gets to a slow corner, like right here. How bad are those tires looking? They're not looking too bad, but you can see they are there's graining on them. It's a lot of graining on them. What's a wear? What's this? Oh, this virtual safety car, not safety car, virtual safety car. That's another safety car in this one. And this will have been the perfect opportunity to pit for anyone who wants to do so. Let's see if anybody's doing so. Kezinator is doing so. He read my mind. Absolute legend. Look at him. Look at him go, Kez. What a legend. As he read it. This is the right time to do so, but he has to change that wing and it's all the way at the back. So it don't really matter in the end. But will this virtual safety car come out before Batman gets to the line? If he does, he might just decide to go into the pits here. Is he staying out? He's going in. Good choice from Batman. Strategy to perfection. Do not speed is the next thing to do. Good job there. As drive to penalty for Slater. Speeding under the virtual safety car as Piggy is going to continue here. And Batman is going to come in for medium tires or hard tires on Batman. And can he grab the win? It's going to be a very difficult one here. Most drivers staying out. Carly is going in. Adam the Sweet going in, staying out. He's going in. Batman is going to come out in P3. So not a bad place to go. And here we go now. He's going to start chasing them in front. And he's on the maximum strategy now. If he doesn't win this race, there's absolute turn away from Batman. He's on the maximum strategy now. Fresher tires than the two drivers in front who decided to stay out. He took advantage of that virtual safety car. Pot Wash and Piggy will definitely finish on the podium if they do stay out. Unless Rotty has a say about it. The Red Bull is going to come out of nowhere and grab a podium. This is very interesting circumstances as we head to the end of this race. WBA behind his teammate has the fresher tires, one lap fresher, but Alpine, look at the Alpine fly by. Wacky Racer gets past one. Wacky Racer gets past two. On the inside, on the outside. Two Ferraris cleared. And that's P6 for Wacky Racer. CEO's up there. That's the Williams of Toborito. Now putting pressure on them. Makes contact with the Ferrari. Almost loses his car. But Haas driver of Carly right behind Iron Shane there. They will continue to squabble. Park still can't catch up to them. Did he go in for fresh tires? No, he didn't. Still can't catch up to them because of that damaged wing that he's definitely struggling a lot on. But his teammate absolutely flying in front as he's going past Port Wash, who has now come into the pits. And will Piggy stay out for the rest of this race, hoping he can get his tires to the end? Can Rotty catch up to them in front? Can Rotty get the podium? Looks like Rotty might just grab a podium here. 50 gent, another performance from this man after getting absolutely shafted at the start. Look at him in P4 in a place that he looks like he most likely is going to finish. He has pressure from Cowley behind on the fresh mediums and Wacky Racer, but it's still an interesting one to watch as Shazam is behind Pax. He has the fresher tires. He doesn't have the damage on his wing, but does he have the pace that Pax has to catch up and overtake the Kick Sauber here as we're heading to the last few laps of this race. Batman is right behind Piggy now, and there will be nothing Piggy can do when they head to the DRS zone. Batman will slide through as fast as possible, as easily as possible, as Shane gets past the Burrito down in P7. Are they going to keep squabbling there? They are. Pot Wash is going to go around the outside there. He wants the place from Toberito. He takes the place from Toberito, who has that damage on his wing. So we'll start to struggle now. Batman has cleared Mr. Piggy, who will look for it down the inside, but nothing doing. Batman has now taken the lead of this race and can run away to grab his second win of the season. That's Wacky Racer, Pot Wash, and Iron Shin side by side now. Pot Wash gets past Iron Shin. Second overtake made in a few corners as Pot Wash now up to P7, and he can keep clawing his way to the front. See exactly where he's going to get to in this one. As Mr. Piggy now losing more and more time to Batman in front. So obviously he's going to lose tires that are really old there. As Mr. Iron Shane going into the pits. And his race is going from bad to worse. He's going to drop all the way down now. Will he finish in the top 10? It's a question. Is it going to be soft tires for Iron Shane? Soft tires that will fall off after like 3-4 laps. But we'll see how much places he can make in that time. As Pax trying his best. Doing a good job to finish here. Like I said, I always tell them in my chat. No matter how bad your race is going, I don't care if you've lost your back 2 tires. Cross the line at the end. Can we look at the pens, please? Okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah, woo! 10-second penalty for Wacky Racer, 13 for Shazam, 6 for Toborito, 3 for 50. 50 has now been overtaken by Wacky Racer. But Wacky Racer has that 10-second penalty, so 50 definitely does know that. And he can just stay behind Wacky to the end of this race. Cowley, though, is there. Cowley is there. Cowley wants this podium, but he's quite far away from Rotty in front. So it's going to have to think about it. But Rotty's tires will be falling off even harder as the laps go by. So Carly might just be able to catch up to him because as Rotty's coming onto the final corner, Carly's heading to that final corner. And Piggy now going into the pits. Quite a late pit stop. I was expecting to have done it in the virtual safety car when we had the virtual safety car. But it's going to be a pit stop now. Hard tires for 6 laps. Interesting. Hard tires for 6 laps. They might not have mediums or softs. Has fire for 6 laps as Portwash now has been overtaken by Cowley, and next target is going to be 50 Gent, who's still doing a good job here, right behind Wacky Racer. And Cowley's tires are absolutely flying here. He is gonna get a podium for sure, Cowley. After it's gonna be the second podium of in a row now for Cowley. Was that a third? I believe he won at Spain, didn't he? Last time that might be 3 podiums now for Cowley. A win in that with that. So this is going to be very interesting. This championship fight is actually going to be very interesting because our championship leader is down in P13. He's going to lose a lot of points to the others today, the likes of Batman and Cowley. Not going to lose to Park, so who's down in P10 and still struggling. 3 seconds ahead of WBA, but with that penalty, will WBA be able to catch up to him and finish ahead of him? Parks will want that top 10. He will try for that top 10. We'll see if that will work out. As he's gaining now, Cowley, he will pick the inside and he will clear 50 Gent up to P4. And his next target is going to be Wacky Racer, who's PRV Widget, by the way, if anybody's wondering. If you don't know who he is in the lounge, that's PRV Widget, Wacky Racer. As Visa RB and Pot Wash going side by side, they inches away between those two. As they are going to go wheel to wheel here for sure, but Pot Wash will clear 50 Gents. And it's a battle of the old gents. I believe both of them are old guys. Battle of the old gents, and they showed you how much respect they have for each other. These two have been racing against each other for a very long time in this league. So that's very good racing between those two. As Wash clears 50 Gents and moves up to P5. Cowley now 1.3 seconds behind Wacky Racer. He will clear Wacky Racer for sure. But Rotti in P2, still flying here. He wants this podium. Another driver that didn't have the best start to the race spun right at the start. And if he can get this podium, he will definitely be my driver of the day. Batman has been flying. He has been in another level today. I've not seen Batman race like he's done today. Very strong racing from Batman, and he definitely will get that win as long as he can keep his car straight. The Rotti now 3 seconds ahead of Wacky Racer. These laps matter for the Red Bull of Rotti as Cowley is behind Wacky Racer on those mediums. Pot Wash is gaining on Cowley. Cowley is recharging in front. Pot Wash will not go down the inside. He will dummy it. Cowley will go deep there. Nice dummy from the McLaren. He now has the traction and has that DRS. Coming out of this corner. Will he get ahead of Cowley before they get to turn 1? No, he will not. Get great exit from Cowley there to keep him behind. As Piggy now with the fastest lap already right behind these drivers. As Cowley now podium might even be looking like he's not going to get it. As Parks now even losing even more places now. Looks like another mistake from Parks. But he did tell me he was struggling a lot here. That he's really shit at Miami. So I'm not surprised to see what's going on with Parks. But as long as he finishes the race, he'll be in my good books. As Rotti now 2 seconds away from Wacky Racer. Somebody's at my door. Let me see. Oh. So my brother's friends, nobody important. As Pot Wash gets past, Pot Wash gets past Cowley, but he goes deep there. Cowley and Piggy will slide by. I thought I was going to go into the wall there. God damn, that was scary stuff from the McLaren. Doesn't go into the wall, they avoids the wall. As Mr. Piggy is 2 tenths behind Cowley, and he will definitely be clearing the Haas now. Fresher tires, DRS. Cowley's recharging in front, and as the wheels turn round, he definitely will be gaining and picking the inside and getting up to P4. Can he recover the podium in this one? As Monty has absolutely bottled the is that puncture? It's a puncture! A puncture on the Red Bull. And when he does go into the pits, he's going to have to change it. 13 laps is done and a puncture. Just 13, which is quite interesting. And the podium is out of his hands now. But it's up to Piggy and Cowley for the podium. It's between those two now for 2 and 3. Wacky Racer has that 10-second penalty. So, it's nothing he can really do against them. Batman is still running away from them in this race. dominating this race as much as he can. As Piggy 2 seconds behind Wacky Racer. And Carly will start to do space here. This is when his mediums will start to do space. 6 laps, when you've done 6 laps on the mediums, that's when they start to question themselves, like, what am I doing on track? Rotty is behind Alan Smith after going into the pit lane, but the puncture for Rotty is not what he would want. So we're looking for a move on Alan Smith here. We'll get the move completed on the Haas with that DRS. He will pick the outside and he will get by. Let me open the door for this guy. One sec. It's Batman enjoying his race with 2 laps to go in this one. 8 tenths behind Adam this way. This is the only DRS fight we have now. So let's stick with this. Let's stick with this and watch to see if Adam the Sweet can clear Rotty. Nope. Not the best exit there, and Rotty has pulled away. But Piggy and Carly will get the pull. Carly has a 3 second penalty. 3 second penalty for Cowley. And that's a painful one. That's a painful one. He can't fight against Piggy now for that P3 for that P2, but he will finish on the podium once again. So a good race from Cowley so far. Or will Pot Wash have a say about that with 2 laps to go? He's gonna have to gain a lot, which I don't feel like he has that pace on Cowley to gain a second a lap on him. As Kez behind, swerving a little bit there on the softs. Maybe trying to get the fastest lap. Parks is also out there on the softs. Didn't change his wing. Very interesting choice. Decides to go on the softs. Doesn't change his wing. Kez won't have gone by him, but maybe he just forgot. But it's P14 for Parks for sure. And Batman, it's going to be a win for him. Wacky Racer is going to be overtaken by Piggy very soon. Potwash still 2.8 behind Cowley. Actually, 2 seconds behind Cowley now. Was 2.8 before. So Potwash has that pace on Cowley. Will he be able to get him on the DRS on this straight when they head in for the final lap of this one? We will see. As Batman is losing time to Wacky Racer behind, but just too far behind to be a problem. As Piggy is putting pressure on the Alpine. It's going to be an easy move for Piggy, so we'll stick with him to wait to see when he finally does it. It is the P2 that he was looking like he was going to get for Piggy. No issues for the Mercedes. A good race for him so far. No issues whatsoever. Ooh, pick the corner there. It's picked the corner. It's going to have that DRS. It's going to be getting on the Alpine. And with the slipstream, the Alpine is not going to make it easy. It's going to leave him the inside though. And Piggy will slide through up to P2. He's going to get the podium for sure. As Cowley falling back even more. He's going to have to hold on. Make sure he holds on to Wacky Racer in front. Because Cowley has 3 seconds. Wacky Racer has 10. So he has to make sure that Wacky Racer doesn't get 2.7 seconds ahead of him. I don't think that will happen, but to keep his pace to the end of this one if he wants that podium. Iron Shin now has got it by WBA. Iron Shin. No, I don't think he'll catch up to Cowley. But he will gain a lot of places because he doesn't have that penalty. Oh! I absolutely just jinxed Iron Shin. I actually just jinxed Iron Shin, bro. I said it doesn't have the penalty, then boom, gets the penalty. Piggy and Wacky are getting on Batman, but Batman is just on a cruise lap for sure. No issue there. Toborito 4 tenths behind 50 Gent. Will he clear 50 Gent in this one? What are their penalties? They are both. Oh, Toborito is on 6. So no matter if he goes past 50, he's not going to finish ahead of 50. Unless 50 does something absolutely crazy. As Shane now overtaken by Rotty, who dives down the inside. Rotty will take P9 from him, bumping him to P10. And Shane is going to be under pressure from WBA to fall out of the top 10. Looks like he will fall out of the top 10. WBA is going to be right behind him at the end of this race. And it doesn't seem like Iron Shin is going to finish in the top 10 after very strong races in the last few. It's a disaster first for El Shit as he goes into the wall there, and the Ferrari is not even going to wait till the final straight. He's going to have the DRS on him now and clear. And on Shin, maybe here? Not yet. But we're going to head to the front to our race leader, Batman, as he comes out of the final corner. It's been a race where he never put his foot wrong. And that's 2 wins from 2 for the kick Sauber of Batman. So Piggy will finish in P2. Let's see the fight that's happening by Pot Wash is gaining on Carly. Will he send it down the inside? No, he will not. Piggy is going to cross the line in P2. Also a good race from him. Wacky Racer takes P3, but with that penalty, Cowley is going to finish. And Cowley did drop 5 seconds behind him, 2 more seconds, and Cowley will have lost that podium. Wacky Racer will take P5, Potwash in P4, 50 Gent in P6, Tomato P7. Shazam and Rotti will take P8 and 9. Rotti will get ahead of him because he does not have that penalty. Yeah, Shazam with 10-second penalty. And Shane might also get ahead of Shazam. Oh my days. Oh my days. He loses his. And Shane will not get into that top 10. Adams the Street will get into that top 10. Same thing as WBA. As Shazam P13. Parks will take P14 when he does cross the line. And Kez has finished his race. And watch Parks cross the line. But here is your winner. Batman wins the Miami Grand Prix. In a quite interesting race. Strategy calls, punctures, everything. He had everything this race. Except from DNFs. I don't think no one DNFs, which is quite interesting. Yeah, it's horrible to race that, honestly. Horrible to race that, but it was nice for us to watch. I'm sure the others in chat can agree. It was really nice for us to watch. Ugh. Come on, come on, come on. I need to get the race director and the finishing owner. There we go. Parks will stand at the top step of the podium once again. I mean, not once again, but second win of the season. Is going to celebrate. His team are going to be excited because that's full points, no penalties for him. To 37 points for Parks. Very good day for him. Sorry for Batman. Sorry, Batman. Batman. I'm so sorry, Batman, for calling you Parks. Batman. Both of them are just so good, and they can finish. They can win races that I sometimes get them wrong. But the champagne is definitely going to taste the best in the Kick Sauber camp as they celebrate with the Haas and the Mercedes on the podium. There you go. Driver of the day and whatnot. Let me get race director here. There you go. I've been Willie Fernandez. We have been UFRL. Thank you guys for tuning in to quite a good race. And that's all from me for this week. See you next week when tier 3 go to, I don't know where they're going to. Hungary, I believe? No. They've been to Hungary. But see you next week as they go to Austria. Yeah, Austria. Good night and goodbye.